Vamos, brothers, this is your boy JT, and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signings, the series. Of course, we go through everything happening in and around the world of Leeds United, and we have a little talk about it. And boy, we're talking new deals for long-term players. We're talking deals for players that haven't made it to the club yet. We're talking about exits. We're talking about injuries. Boy, there is a lot to get our teeth stuck into. But before we do, we are trying to hit 4K before the start of the new season. We are moonwalking our way up to 4,000 subscribers. So, if you could help support me, support you, and stay up to date with everything on the channel by smashing that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell down below and joining the family, the most forward-thinking pioneers to have a great, beautiful game, that'd be very much appreciated. But for now, let's not waste any more of your time. Let's get straight into the meat of the action. Bang, bang, boogie. Look at this. The first story of the day. Joffmeister Gelhardt himself close to a new 5-year deal at the club. Oh, my lips, my mouth, everything around my sternum is salivating at the thought of this. And according to numerous reports, Leeds striker Joe Gelhardt is close to agreeing a 5-year deal, keeping the talented forward at Ellen Road until 2027. Now, one big perk for Joe Gelhardt in this is a massive wage increase, which is about 53% by all accounts. It is rumoured that he is very close to agreeing personal terms on a £25,000 a week deal, according to the Transfer Tavern, which you can see being upgraded within a year if he carries on the same trajectory that he has been doing. But for me, massive business. One of the best piece of businesses we've done this entire summer, because Joe Gelhardt this preseason has been on fire. He's been our best player, in my opinion. I think he has been our best player this preseason. His finishing looks so much better. He looks so much more composed in front of goal. His acceleration, his tenacity, his energy. He's pressing from the front well. The guy looks dynamite. He looks really good. He's really growing into himself, growing into his body. You know, his body was always mature for his age, but now his mind is maturing along with it, and he's looking like the real deal for me. So for me, this is massive news for Leeds United. And as it says here, the 20-year-old will earn a 55% pay rise. And look, £25,000 a week for a player of his quality in the Premier League, still pretty low. If you do think about it, it is still pretty low, which is why I can see us offering him another bumper 5-year deal within a season to get him some more stuff. But let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section down below. But that is very juicy news. Now, some news that is not so juicy and certainly won't appease a lot of you at home is the news that Charles de Ketelaere is most likely waving goodbye to Club Brugge, but not to go to Leeds United. I said it from day one. I said it to anybody that would hear me, anybody that had ears, eyes, mouth, tongue, nose, whatever you want to have. I said, look, man, it's just going to be a matter of time before he goes to AC Milan. They're going to pay less money than Leeds, but he's still going to end up there. It's going to be another Rafinha situation. I could just see it, man. I could see it from weeks ago. Man. I don't know why we've spent so much time milling about. Look, it still goes on to say here that Leeds have still got their monster offer on the table of £33.5 million. Put it elsewhere. Put that money out there for Terrier. Put that money out there for Kalimundo. You know, even if you have to pay a couple more £1 million to Kalimundo, he's not coming to Leeds. I'm telling you, man, Charles de Ketelaere, it does look like he has finally secured his move over to AC Milan. Hey, look, congratulations to the player. Fair play to him. All right, the guy wanted the move. He's got his move. He's got his dream move. I'm happy for him. He's going to be playing Champions League football, absolutely. But why we've spent all this time mucking about trying to stick in there and get him, they didn't want us. You know what I mean? When a bird rejects you 2, 3, 4 times over, at one point you got to be like, you know what, son, maybe it's not for you. Let's look elsewhere. Plenty of other fish in the sea, plenty of other strikers in the sea. And unfortunately, we have left ourselves clean and dry here. And we've left ourselves with not a lot of time before the season actually starts to get another striker. But it does look like he is about to secure his move over to AC Milan within the next 24 hours. Now, speaking of another position we've left ourselves very short in, with a very short space of time to fix it. That is, of course, the fullback position, most notoriously the left back position. Without Senior Firpo, we don't have a left back. Now, obviously, we tried to sign Philipp Max. We went in yesterday with a cheeky £7 million offer. However, that was later declined by PSV. I know I saw a few of you commenting on the video like, oh, you're a bit late on this news, mate. They declined it. Well, no. When I uploaded the video, they hadn't declined it yet, fella. Okay? But by the time you'd obviously seen it, new news had broken out, and Philipp Max or PSV had actually declined the offer. Now, that's the thing with these transfer videos, is when you make them, at the moment it's current breaking news, but with all the news around football, it could be 3 or 4 hours down the line, and some things have drastically changed very quickly. He hadn't declined it then, they had declined it now. However, it is not over for Leeds United in our pursuit for Philipp Max, Maxipad Max, okay? Alright, because we need some maxi pads back there, we need some any kind of pad, all right, to pad up that defense, to stat pad the defense, if you will. And we could still be going in for Philipp Maxipad. However, we will have to pay a lot more than £7 million, apparently, due to the fact that it is such a late acquisition within the window. It's going to leave PSV Eindhoven a little bit strapped for players and strapped for time as well. So we've been told we have to pay a chunky premium on top of it. And apparently the club are going to need a crazy offer in order to let go of the player. They're talking a crazy offer. And an offer that's looking out of the realms of possibility for Leeds United at this current moment in time. But let's see, man. I want to see how much that crazy offer is. If that's just £10 million, it's not bloody crazy, if you ask me. Now, if you're talking £15 million for him, then you're right. That is a bit crazy, and I don't think that's worth it for Philipp Max at this current moment in time. 28 years old. You're going to get a lot of sell-on value out of it. I think we have to be composed here. We can't just rush in because we really need a player and just splash the cash willy-nilly. We've got to think about this. We've got to be calm, composed, collected. And if they don't want to accept 10 to 12 million pounds, we've got to look elsewhere and get another fullback in, even if they are cheaper. We can't afford to have our nuts just cleaned off the table right here and cleaned out in front of our very own eyes. We need to be calm here. We need to be considered with our approach in this. Now, will we actually be? Will we just going crazy for him? I don't think we will. Everything I've seen from Leeds, I don't see us just splashing the big cash for him willy-nilly. Maybe we go up to £12 million. But I'm interested. How much do you guys think would be a good move for Philipp Max? How much would you be willing to splash the cash? Yeah? What offer is too crazy for you, right? £15 million too crazy? £20 million? £12 million? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Now, our final story of the day is surrounding a striker over at Ellen Road. And according to Mr. Lewis Blaine, or rather, Sky Sports reporter Tim Thornton, Leeds could swoop in for a striker very, 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 very soon. Tim Thornton was speaking on Sky Sports when he claimed that Leeds have been linked with moves for obviously Arnaud Kalimundo and Martin Terrier. However, saying that they would be at the top end of the budget of the players that Leeds are looking for. I'm not saying they won't pay the money for those players, but they will look at different options. And I don't think they've sort of made a final decision in terms of who they're going to bring in yet. But there could be movement sooner rather than later. And I think there will. And I think they have. I think he's wrong here. I think they had made a decision. And their decision was Charles de Ketelaere. That was their decision. However, it does seem like that decision has been taken out of our hands now. So, I think because of the fact that he is going to secure a move to AC Milan, that is now completely done and dusted, and we're going to have to move for someone else. And I do see it being Kalimundo. I hope. Fingers crossed it is that man, Arnaud Kalimundo. Although, as he did say, that is on the higher end of the budget. And on the cheaper end, there is another striker that Leeds United have been linked with, and Leeds United could be very close to bringing in, and that is the Colombian ace Julian Quinones, and he is apparently very popular according to Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh is a major admirer of the Colombian striker Julian Quinones and could prompt Leeds United to rival some French sides for his signature, as the report claims. We could be making a Colombian connection up there, and no, I'm not talking Pablo Escobar and the white stuff, but I am talking two of the sauciest dons to grace the game, Quinones, Sinisostra. Could be a bit of a link up there, a bit of a link up TV behind bars, if you will. According to FPL CODE, Quinones may make a move to Europe this summer, obviously scoring 14 goals in 42 games in the 2021-22 season. Not the best goal output for a striker playing in Mexico. I'm not going to lie to you, because of the quality of the league, you'd expect some more goals than that. His goal comparison is a lot lower than players playing in Ligue 1, for example. I mean, you look at players like Terrier or Kalimundo, they have better goal-to-game ratios. I don't know. Is this guy up to scratch for you? Is Quinones a player that you would like at Leeds United? He will probably be a little bit cheaper. They haven't said any actual prices yet. My guesstimation range would be around £15 million. I think that sounds about a good range for him. He can play either wing as well, a little bit versatile. Could be a good option across all range of the front line there. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments section down below. And just finally, The Rock has not come back. George Hall has not come back to Elland Road, as Victor Orta has been dealt a huge setback in the George Hall pursuit. According to Birmingham Live, that whilst Victor Orta is interested in making a move for the 18-year-old, Birmingham City are adamant that they will reject any offers made for the England under-18 international over the remaining weeks of the transfer market. They don't want another Jude Bellingham situation where they lose their best prize asset, who goes on to become a £100 million plus valued midfielder that they can't make that much dosh of. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below about all these moves. Let me know which position you want to sign first and foremost. But for now, guys, we'll see you very soon. And of one, my brothers and my sisters.